Yeah, so my home buying experience actually went a lot smoother than I anticipated. You hear so many horror stories about a number of factors: finding the right home, finding the right realtor, finding the right finance company. And so my process actually was a lot smoother than I actually anticipated. I think one of the things that went smoother than I initially thought was the negotiation process. Being that this was a model home, you certainly don't know how much leeway they're going to give the buyer, especially a first-time home buyer who's inexperienced, being able to make it a situation which is very fortunate and profitable for both parties involved. And so my negotiation process with the help of Ty was phenomenal. I actually got a lot more out of the deal than I anticipated, from television, appliances, curtains, drapes, and even they afforded me the opportunity to be able to get out of my lease at my apartment sooner than I actually had anticipated. So with me being a first-time home buyer, Ty really took her time walking me through the process step by step, as if I was completely oblivious to what buying a home was like. So that started with us meeting, sitting down in her office and going through my time frame, my budget, what I was looking for, what I was not looking for in a home. And that really provided a sense of comfort for me, knowing that someone was going to be there to be with me through every step of the process, from start date to closing date and even beyond the closing date. I still talk to Ty, ask her questions about my home long after we've already closed. And so it's really great to have someone that's with you every step of the way. She definitely helped facilitate a lot of the negotiations I mentioned before. And also helped me pick out ideas or notice things about homes that I hadn't even previously given any thought to, with respect to the layout, the design, and other facets of home buying that you really, as a first-time home buyer, may not be knowledgeable of. I would have to say my biggest fear in buying a home is the fear of perhaps settling on a home that I was not completely and 100% in love with. A lot of my friends that went into that process before gave me that advice that make sure you wait until you find the right home. But for me, I was working with a certain time frame. I had just had a daughter. She needed more space than my apartment would allow, so time was really of the essence for me to select a home that was comfortable for me and for her. And so that was probably my greatest fear, is having to settle for a home or not being completely in love with the home that I was going to purchase. I would highly recommend Ty for your home buying or property buying experience for a number of reasons. First and foremost, she listens to her clients. She listens to their wants, their needs, their budgets, their fears. And so anytime that you have a realtor that's going to listen to you, you're already starting off on a great foot. The next thing is that she is going to fight for you tooth and nail to try to get you through this process as easily as possible. She's very accessible, she's very responsive, and she is very committed to you getting as much as you can out of it. There have been numerous times that I've reached out to her during late night hours, and she's always responded appropriately. And even since closing on my home, she's always been a resource to help me figure out other things that I need to learn about the home. So definitely would recommend Ty 100% for any future endeavors, hopefully if I'm buying a home in the next 7 to 10 years.